Members, I'd like to take a minute and read a letter from a 13-year-old that has some concerns with the privacy of data. You see, this 13-year-old is part of the Civil Air Patrol, an organization that we just saw in this body, I think, last week. Days are running together, so forgive me. And he's in the Civil Air Patrol, and they have a thing there called the Cyber Defense Cyber Patriot. There's 29 teams, and he's one of those. And so these students study data privacy and the ability for hacking and these sorts of things. And he has a letter that he wrote to me. He asked if I would share it with the body. I get that he's only 13, but he's far more knowledgeable than I am on this subject, and I'd venture to say he's probably far more knowledgeable than a majority of the members in this body. And so with that, I'll go ahead and I'll read his letter. It starts, I am a 13-year-old, fourth-generation Colorado native. I am a cadet staff sergeant in the Civil Air Patrol, and I am a captain of my Civil Air Patrol Squadron's cybersecurity team. For the 2018-19 season, our team finished in one of the top slots out of our Civil Air Patrol teams for the year. I have flown an airplane. I am part of the search and rescue team. If you are in a plane that crashes, I might be one of the people who comes to find and rescue you. I am a homeschooler. I participate in a public school enrichment program. That public school enrichment program is the one that I tried to fix the amendment that was not approved for permission. I participate in a public school enrichment program. Next year, I will be in a customized program for aerospace. I volunteer on a regular basis in my community. I play the piano, and I love to draw. I am one of Colorado's future leaders. I am vaccine injured and use personal exemptions so that I will not get any more vaccine injuries. I am well versed in cybersecurity and the database, and pages 6 through 7 of HB 19-1312 are extremely concerning to me. I do not want my personal identifiable information stored in a database because I use a personal exemption from vaccines. These databases are easily hacked, and putting my data here puts my life at risk. My vaccine injury was a private and painful part of our family's story. We didn't tell people that we didn't vaccinate. We only shared this very personal information with our closest friends. Since February 8th, 2019, when we came here to meet in the basement to talk about vaccines, my parents had to stand up and fight for our freedom of vaccine exemptions. We no longer have the privacy we once enjoyed. My family has received death threats for not vaccinating anymore. If you pass HB 19-1312 with any kind of database that tracks families who use exemptions, you are risking our lives. People have called us filthy swine and trash. They have said that we deserve to die. They have said that they will come for us. If you store our personal identifiable information in a database, they can hack it, and you are telling them where to find us. Data breaches are far too common in our world, and it can be done by almost anyone. From December 2003 until 2005, a 16-year-old Swede going by the name of Philip Gabriel Peterson was able to hack into several government agencies such as NASA, the U.S. military systems, and the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico. He also hacked into several higher education institutions, including Caltech, Stanford University, and San Diego Supercomputer Center, and several other colleges across the globe. He was also considered one of the least experienced hackers in the world at the time. A New York Times article dated October 2017 explained how North Korean hackers stole $81 million from the Federal Reserve in New York. The original attempt was made to steal $1 billion. However, a spelling error saved the rest of the money. A 22-year-old hacker was able to pick up on North Korean ransomware attack in May of 2016. The 22-year-old was able to block the attack and avoid the loss of money, even though hundreds of thousands of computers across the globe had been ruined. This ransomware attack also resulted in the brief shutdown of Britain's National Health Services, My family has been potentially affected by the following data breaches: Equifax, Target, doTERRA, Home Depot, the United States Office of Personnel Management, OPM, and the Department of Veteran Affairs. Data breaches and identity thefts are occurring every day, which is why I don't feel any government database would be safe. I want to repeat that. I do not feel that any government database would be safe. If hackers can get through all of these databases, I have no doubt that they could get my information from CDPHE's database. I'm not just worried about hackers breaching the state of Colorado's system, I'm also worried about being entered into a registry so that I can be tracked as though I am a criminal when I am just a normal citizen of the United States, trying to serve my community, my country, and grow up without any more vaccine injuries. Please do not include any kind of database with personal identifiable information in any bill. This could literally destroy my life. Thank you, Cadet Staff Sergeant, Civil Air Patrol, Cyber Patriot Team Leader. Members, I wanted to read that because this carries two databases. The one database is the SIS, which, yes, I guess you have the option of trying to opt out of. The other one is that secret database that is supposedly secured, that in the event that there was some sort of an outbreak, this list would be referred to. Members, that list can be breached just like any one of these listed in this letter by this 13-year-old kid that knows a hell of a lot more about this topic than I do.